So we are live. Welcome out there in virtual land, and good. If someone can let me know that you can see and hear me, that would be terrific. So welcome to this healthy experience of all our health and vitality. Da-da-da-da. And we will see who was able to handle the, in my opinion, completely unnecessary changing of the clock. Talk about why are we doing this? You know, like, I don't think people remember why. Like, I've heard different stories, but people who've done research have said, no, that was never true, like the farmers or something. I am live. Thank you so much, Gary. Yes, well, actually, Angela and Debbie, you have won. So let me know for what you would like me to do, spiritual work, and I will do that. And so I guess enough of my babbling, and it is time to do a spiritual mind treatment. Okay? Okay. All right. So this word is being spoken for each one. And if there is anyone that you would like to have included, just think of their name now and know that this word is also for them. Also, if there's a place or situation in the world, just think of that place and know that this word includes that. All right. There is one life. It is that which is the creator of everything. That's something which is intelligent. And so being intelligent, it only creates what it wants to create. So the truth is, given that each one and each spot is created, that divine creator wants to create each one, and is giving to each one all that is necessary to express this life through each one, happily, harmoniously, healthfully, joyously, in any way which is intelligent. And so intelligence rules the universe. Intelligence clearly is in charge of all of the movements of everything that's in the universe, every star, every planet, even every meteor. Everything is created by this intelligence and moving because of this intelligence. And so that is the truth. That is omnipresent. And that is true of each one. And so wherever there may be something that does not look intelligence, this recognition of intelligence now changes everything. In other words, there is not a spot where intelligence is not. There is not a person that intelligence is not present, operating through. And so this intelligence is acknowledged. It is the intelligent action of the universe and everything in it. It is a harmonious, orderly, and beautiful balance and outpicturing of movement of all that is dancing with itself in absolute beauty. And this is true of each one. This recognition of this intelligent in action manifests as health. Health on every level of being. Healthy universe, healthy earth, healthy organism, healthy activity, healthy movement, and healthy each one. And so present as each one is this healthy ideal of perfect operation, of a perfect pattern with a perfect operation, that this recognition in consciousness, this acknowledgement in thought alone manifests as an experience and a revelation of that intelligence at work in, through, and as each one, so that each one is experiencing the divine health that has been placed within them more than ever before. And given that that which is the cause, the creator of everything, is infinite in possibility, that it never exhausts itself in creating everything that is, that no matter how much has been created or how long it has been created, this something is still with infinite ideas for future creations. This something is present right where each one is. And so each one is recognizing this presence of this infinite potential right where he or she is, and that this infinite potential is each one's personal possibility, that each one has within him or herself an infinite potential for expressing health and vitality and vim and vigor and all the qualities of the divine. And this recognition manifests as an increase in that experience of health and vitality for each one. And so each one is realizing that he or she is a part of this universal whole, and as such is designed to interact with everything that is in a healthy, harmonious way, and that there are no exceptions, because this entire universe is made by this divine intelligent creator, and there is nothing here that has been created by anything else. So all belief in two different opposing powers is erased, evaporated, and vanished. It is all for one and one for all, and the complete agreement and acceptance of this truth by each one manifests as absolute harmony in expressing in this universal whole. That is divine health. The health of the whole requires the health of all of the particulars. And so each one's health is necessary, it's divinely designed, and it is a part of the intelligent operation of the universe. So within each one, wherever there is a belief in something else at work that is not healthy, all belief in not being included, all belief in separation, rejection, as well as any opinions or beliefs in that are not intelligent, that somehow describes the way life works in an unintelligent way or an unhealthy way, all of that, as well as any superstitions or anything, any belief that comes from fear or doubt, is all by this word erased, evaporated, and vanished. There is just this one loving, divinely expressing life, and each one is that life projected. And in agreeing with this and accepting this, that which is this one life is the normal experience of each one. That standard of normalcy is health. And it is natural and it is normal because all it requires is agreement. Yes to health. Yes to vitality. Yes to all goodness. Yes to one's own existence, to one's own being, just the way that he or she is. So each one is now increased in self-acceptance, in self-love, self-appreciation, self-valuing. Each one is now in harmony with one's own self, loving oneself, loving everything about oneself, loving that unique expression that he or she is, loving that uniqueness expressing in the world, and allowing that uniqueness of expression that he or she is to take form, to find a path, to have created for them a way, opportunities, experiences, careers, jobs, some wonderful way of opening out so that there is room for each one to grow and expand in expressing that unique self that he or she is. This is health. Growing, thriving with all that one has been given, freely, peacefully, and harmoniously, accepting it all. It begins within each one, that self-acceptance. And because that self that is each one is unique, and because it is that which is universal, each one in the self-acceptance is accepting this great universe and all that it is, the one, the all good, that infinite, eternal something is now accepted and appreciated by each one, and each one is now a happy, healthy representation of that which is truly divine. This word is the truth. I am grateful that this is the truth. I release this word to that divine law that has made it so and is revealing what it has done in a greater way in each one's world. And so that's the truth. It is done, and so it is. And that's the way it is. All right, Reverend Rich.
Open myself in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the one. I'll open myself in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the one. I'm opening, I'm opening, I'm opening, I'm opening. Myself in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the one. I open myself in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the one. I'm opening, I'm opening, I'm opening, I'm opening. Myself in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the one. I open myself in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the one. I'm opening, I'm opening, I'm opening, I'm opening.
So let's take a moment right now and consciously choose what we are opening to. Yes, to that love light, to that divine presence within, and then open to abundance, prosperity, to health. Health is all over the place right now. Open to health, open to whatever is the fulfillment of your heart's desire. So let's do that and accept it. And so it is.
I open myself in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the one. I open myself in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the one. I'm opening, I'm opening, I'm opening, I'm opening.
Thank you, Reverend Rich. Wow, that was delicious.
Yeah.
Good morning, everyone. My name is DeeJah Wynter. I am a proud practitioner from the Center for Spiritual Living, Princeton, and I'm happy to be here this morning to welcome you. We are a loving, healing, and inclusive community which teaches and practices the principles of the science of mind for the well-being and spiritual growth of ourselves and the world. This morning, I'd like to share a quote from Ernest Holmes because as my eyes opened the first time this morning, I heard a beautiful symphony from these birds outside my window, and that always reminds me of spring, and spring always reminds me of newness. Ernest Holmes says, "Spring is the time of year when the sun warms the earth, and everything begins to bud and bloom again. It is a time of newness, of growth, of change. Let us embrace this season of renewal with open hearts and minds, and let us be inspired to renew ourselves, to let go of the old and embrace the new, to plant the seeds of our dreams and watch them grow into beautiful manifestations of our deepest desires." That's what our leader says. And along these lines, the center has been exploring ideas through our project leader, Susan Neat, wonderful ideas to bring the community together once a month to explore community. We've had some amazing sessions so far this year, and in 2 weeks, on January 26th, March 26th. The ability to laugh at oneself is a gift. On March 26th, we're going to have a gathering here at 10:30, and we're going to explore 2 themes: art as a healing modality, and we hope that at the end of our session, or shortly thereafter, we will have a piece of art to display here at the Masonic on the mantelpiece to dress the place up a little, to infuse our ideas, qualities of God, parts of ourselves as a community into an art piece or multiple art pieces. And so we're going to have a lot of fun. I want to thank in advance one of our extended members, Tina Rare, who is the owner of Scrap You and Artistry 2. She has a creative place in Hillsborough, and she will be lovingly supplying us with supplies, our art supplies. So it's going to be a lot of fun. So that's our intention. And I'd just like to read to you that creating a piece of art together as a community project is a wonderful way to bring people together and promote a sense of collaboration and unity. And art as a spiritual expression refers to the idea that creating and experiencing art can be a way to connect with the divine or the transcendent. So I hope that you are able to join us in 2 weeks at 10:30 to experience this community effort and to behold, hopefully the following week, the unveiling of our community projects. And in closing, I'd like to give you a quote from Rumi, very powerful quote. "Always remember, you are braver than you believe, stronger than you seem, smarter than you think, and twice as beautiful as you'd ever imagined. Yesterday I was clever, so I wanted to change the world. Today I am wise, so I'm changing myself." Welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living, Princeton. Enjoy this magnificent service. Thank you.
Thank you for the stage, Spirit. Thank you for the stage. Thank you for the stage, Spirit. Thank you for the stay. This healing, this healing, this healing day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. Thank you for my health, Spirit. Thank you for my health. Thank you for my health, Spirit. Thank you for my health. This healing, this healing, this healing day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. Thank you, thank you, thank you for this day. Thank you, thank you, thank you for this day. Thank you for my wealth, Spirit. Thank you for my wealth. Thank you for my wealth, Spirit. Thank you for my wealth. It's wonderful, it's wonderful, it's wonderful wealth. It's wonderful, it's wonderful, it's wonderful wealth. Thank you, thank you, thank you for this day. Thank you, thank you, thank you for this day. Thank you, thank you, thank you for this day. Thank you. All right, everybody. Now we're awake. We have to close our eyes. Calm down. And get ready for a contemplative moment. Maybe even longer than a moment. And then we'll have a special spiritual mind treatment, hopefully. So I invite you to relax, get ready for the words of the founder of this teaching that we belong to, Reverend Dr. Ernest Holmes. Truth is infinite. It must be continuously unfolding in the consciousness of man, and no one will ever have a complete understanding of truth. A complete understanding of truth would be a complete understanding of God, and a complete comprehension of God would be to become God. We know that more light will be given as we use that which we have, and we repudiate any belief which says that all of truth has been given. We realize that mental healing must be spiritual healing, for the two cannot be divorced. We know that a belief in duality, a belief in the power of good and the power of evil, has helped to destroy man, and the understanding of unity alone will heal him and her. We seek to realize this unity with God in all our healing work. Every treatment must carry with it a realization of God, if it is to be a good treatment. We are not in any way superstitious about this, but understand that it is necessary since all life is one, and God is the one life in which we all live. We realize that since our understanding is not yet complete, it is legitimate to use all which will help troubled humanity. But we look forward to the day when truth alone will answer every need. The mental healer will do all of his work in mind and will give his whole time and attention to correct knowing, but he will leave his patient free to use any method that will benefit them. In this way, the practitioner will get the best results, for everything is good as far as it goes. But the consciousness of truth alone is the tool of the spiritual practitioner. So right here, right now, I am speaking words of truth. I am speaking these words knowing that there is a place where we as humans can meet the divine. And I invite you to join me in that place. Join me in knowing that in that place is all good, is all truth, is perfect intelligence, is light, is love, is glory. It is all there. I seek for us to recognize and to realize that that consciousness is in us. It is us. It is all around us. There is no place where it is not. There's no place in us where it is not. Every cell, every molecule, every particle of our being contains every bit of that presence, that divine presence of love. So I know for each one here that we are in every moment of our existence able to recognize and feel that presence, and to know that we can, with the power of our mind, move into a space of knowing the truth and knowing that it is working for us, in us, as us, and by us. That we can move into a place of perfect health, of perfect prosperity, of perfect relationships. That all of this is our birthright as beings that were created by this one. So I know for each one here that that glory, that magnificence is part of our experience. It is our experience. We are able to move into our lives, the rest of our lives, bringing this light, bringing this experience of love and truth to all whom we encounter. So I give thanks to that which indwells us. I give thanks because this Center for Spiritual Living Princeton is an idea in the mind of God, and there it must be perfect. So I invite you to join me in saying, so it is.
So it is.
Thank you, DeeJah, for the inspiration for the song. Don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing's gonna be alright. Singing, don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing's gonna be alright. Rose up this morning, three little birds outside my doorstep, singing sweet songs of melodies pure and true. This is my message to you. Singing, don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing's gonna be alright. Singing, don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing's gonna be alright. Rose up this morning, smile with the rising sun. Three little birds outside my doorstep, singing sweet songs of melodies pure and true. This is my message to you.
Yeah.
Reverend Dr. Karen Kushner is coming to bring us a message of health.
Health and vitality.
And vitality.
Right? For a lifetime.
Woo!
Right? So, okay. Well, whew. We've been zipping through the program pretty fast this morning. So, maybe it was that hour change. Okay. We've been talking the past 3 Sundays about health. And I have been using spiritual truth, as I understand it, as well as my own personal experience with having a healthy life, a healthy experience, and growing in that health every day. So we have learned, whether we like it or not, and we better like it, as today's lesson will tell you, it is done unto us as we believe. And that we have to recognize that we are not creating our bodies, we are not creating our health, we are not creating our own existence. Something else is. And that something else that is creating our form, our body, is intelligent. We know it's intelligent because just look at our bodies. I mean, That's got to be intelligence. That's figure all the little different pipes and wires we've got all organized. I mean, somebody said if you take out your intestines, right, they go on for like, yards, miles. I don't know how long, but they're long, and they're beautiful. So there's something that is intelligent and having all power, as in there is no other power, having all power to create what it intelligently decides to create. It has a perfect pattern, and that's the template that's used for every single earthly human body. And yet there's a uniqueness, just like with a snowflake. You can see a snowflake is a snowflake, but they say no two snowflakes are alike. The template for snowflake is in the infinite mind, in that divine creator. The template for our bodies is in that infinite creator, and yet it can take unique, infinite different forms and shape and still operate perfectly, still be what a human or that self that we are need to express ourselves here on this planet. So again, the body is just here to assist us. It's necessary for us to express ourselves here on this planet. That's the rules of the planet that the divine made. And Judge Thomas Troward has said in his writings that that infinite mind that is creating a body that is able to harmonize perfectly with the environment on this platform, on this earth, if we took the spirit of ourselves and moved to a different planet somewhere else, that same intelligence would form a body that was able to perfectly function and express that self on that other planet. So teleportation is already possible. Not that you'd want to, but it's possible. And you don't have to worry about the details. So we need to realize that we're not making our bodies, and that health is a quality of the divine. It's the essence of life. It means able to express that which the body's been created to express. In harmony, in grace, harmonizing with everything on the planet. So that divine we are given, this little earth suit to express here on this earth planet. We didn't do it. So it's important to get that's normal. It's natural. It's the divine standard. We can't do anything about it. We can't make it be that way, and we can't take it away. Now, we've been given the ability to choose, which allows us to decorate this earthly body. Oh, wow. So see, this is the thing. What is it that you want to express using this body? Because your body is going to take the form that needs to express that. And how do you know what it is that you want to express? We take a look at our inner life. And so today's lesson is about, I call it something like a lifetime of health. Because last week we talked about those passing colds and viruses, seasonal things that go around. And in my experience, with some intention and focus, you absolutely can set yourself free of the belief that you're going to get something because it's cold outside, or it's raining outside, or you got your feet wet, or everybody's sneezing. Because it's possible to do it. You have to train your thinking to believe in the universal harmony, and that the divine is creating your life in its image and likeness, and that you are experiencing health because of your consciousness of what you believe to be true, and not because of, some particular thing flying around through humanity. It requires us to believe that there is only one power, the divine power, one creative power, one creative power. That means there is no physical matter with creative power on its own going around doing something. Now, in human experience, we have that experience because human beings believe in it, and it is done unto us as we believe. In other words, without thinking about it, human beings, by thinking about disease, have been getting created for them a body that experiences disease. See, the body is decorated to express what the person dwelling within it wants to express. And maybe want is a bad word, but I'm trying to make this simple. But how does that divine creator know how to mold your body according to what you want? Being intelligent, it is assuming that what you think about is what you want. It assumes that what you believe is what you want. If you focus on trauma and drama, and we know human beings love it, like, okay, all right, let's make it easy. If you focus on fearful movies, right? Boy, they're making some good ones. You are inviting into your body thoughts of fear. You're having fun. You're thinking, oh, it's fun to get scared. But you really get scared. And so the divine thinks you want a body that's going to be feeling a lot of fear. And there is a look to a body that is filled with fear. There is forms that can scare you. And so it is done unto us as we believe, and also as what we think about all day long, and also about our inner experience all day long. That's what creates our lifetime experience of health. So last week I was talking about these seasonal things that flow through. They're temporary, they come, they go, whatever. And I'm calling it temporary. But then there's the accumulation of a lifetime of focusing on and believing in certain conditions. That divine creator, the intelligence of the creator, creates from thought. It's assuming we're intelligent. It's assuming that we know that our thoughts are being used to create our body. Okay, so what if we don't know? So what? It's still a law, just like gravity works, whether you know about gravity or not. As every child knows the first time they try to fly, right? I mean, I remember my brother, he was on the picnic table, I'm flying, and off he went, and down he went, and off to the hospital he went. And I think I did something like that with a TV set. I'm flying into the TV, and da-da-da-da. So, the ignorance and the innocence of the human race in what the human race believes to be true, we've inherited, and that intelligent law does not excuse us because I'm innocent and ignorant. I didn't know. If I watched scary movies, scary things would be scaring me in my life. I didn't know that. No, why would you know? No human being's going to tell you, except for maybe me right now, right? But, it was what your friends did. It's a fun thing to do. You got a thrill. You didn't realize that experience was getting calculated in the creation of your particular individual form of body. You didn't realize it. Fine, you realize it now. That's why a lifetime of living requires us to be aware that this earthly body is being created to express what it is that you want to experience in this world. And your choice of what you focus on, your choice of what you let dwell in your experience, your emotional life, your thoughts, your beliefs, your opinions, what you focus on expands. This is the uniqueness of you expressing, and then a body is formed to look like that. So we've got lots of physical conditions right now that people are afraid of, right? It didn't come from nowhere. The divine, being intelligent and impartial and indifferent, believing it created intelligent beings, never crossed God's mind, right? That we would choose to be clueless. It provided a way for us to, when we're first born, clearly we're clueless, but, it assumed it gave us intelligent parents who take care of us until we've got a clue. And then when we move on, our teenage years is all about learning about the law of cause and effect. That's what the teenage years are about. We're supposed to learn that then. How many of us did? Not me, but, whenever you learn it, you're learning it now. I don't care. You got to get it. Because if you care about your body's condition, and you want to have a healthy experience in body, you have got to have a healthy belief system about life, about yourself. It has to include a healthy attitude toward life, toward other people, toward yourself. It has to include a healthy internal emotional experience, so that we're not holding on to any emotion, we're feeling them. Emotions are just very, very dense thoughts. So you think your thoughts and you let them pass through. We learned that. And we want to also feel our emotions and let them pass through. That's a healthy experience of emotions. And we want to have a healthy relationship with everything in the planet. That creates health, a healthy lifetime experience. So I think we also have to believe in eternal life. Because I think our narrow, small opinions about life and our bodies come from believing in death. We are the spiritual truth, as taught by all the people who have touched the light of spiritual truth, right, have said, we are eternal, we are infinite. And we are here to express in a particular way on earth, but we are not our bodies. We are the something that is being here to be eternal, to express ourselves in this unique way. But just think about whatever it is that you did last night. It's gone. You're here now. This is eternal, infinite life here now. No past, no future, not even a present. It's here now. And that's who we really are. And when we realize this, we don't have to spend so much time being on this planet thinking about and worrying about and trying to avoid when we're not going to be on this planet. And so it's that the experience of completion, which is natural and normal in all form. Everything's got a cycle, right? Law of cause and effect, something gets created, there it is, da, da, da. It expresses itself, and then it's done, and it moves away, and it dissolves, and it's gone, and becomes something else. that's already true of us. It's already true of our earthly bodies. We don't have the same body that we had when we were born or even a year ago. That's natural, that's normal. And so why human beings decided that leaving the human body is like a special situation and means the end is, I don't know, explain that to yourself however you want. But the thing is that there's no reason to believe it's true, because that's something that each one of us is no matter what the earthly body is doing. We are. It has nothing to do with the body, and the body without this spirit of who we are can do nothing. So the body is just this earth suit that we put on, but who we are, we want to believe, to be healthy. I believe we need to know that I am eternal, that I'm not affected by what my earthly body does, that I am that which I am, and I am going to express myself no matter what form is created for this something that I am needs to express. If I go to another planet, or if I go to sleep, or if I go to some other dimension, I don't need to know the details. I didn't know the details to get into this earth suit. It gets provided for us because, see, that spirit of life that we are wants to express, I am that I am. That is who we are. It's going to find a way. And the littleness of human thinking about, oh my God, I'm only here for a little bit and I got to take, we just don't think in terms of how can I more express that which I am. I've got this planet to bring who I am to, and if I get bored with this planet, off I go. Leave the little spaceship. That's the only reason why I see to leave the planet, is because you're bored. Been there, done that, had enough of Earth, goodbye. Gonna go to where everybody else has gone. I want to talk to Benjamin Franklin, So the thing is that that little narrow short-term thinking has caused us to not take good care of our space suits, because we think our space suits are who we are. So we've each been given a spacesuit. I don't care what it looks like, and I don't care what anyone else on this planet has given it as a description. You're missing a part, you measure here, there, whatever. No. You know who you are, and you can use the body you've been given to express who you are. Maybe not the way that everybody else does, but the divine doesn't want to create us to be a carbon copy of everybody else. It's given us a unique expression, and our bodies are fitly structured to express that when we accept who we are. So a lifetime of health requires unconditional, 100% self-acceptance of who you uniquely are, the different way you think, and the package you've been given. God bless Western civilization, but its opinion of how our space suits should look destroys us. As long as it's a fit vehicle for you to express yourself, what do you care? We want to think of the spacesuit as being a fit vehicle to express who we are. That's it. That's it. But see, as soon as you withdraw your attention from expressing who I am to, oh my gosh, I had too much Chinese food last night, I'm rejecting who I am. What am I saying? I'm saying, well, there's too many inches in a certain part of my body. I'm rejecting those inches. And rejecting those inches, we know what you focus on expands, creates more of those inches. And so then there I am, totally focused on the inches that are in my body or not on my body. None of that has to do, right, with expressing who you are. Do you see how it diverts us? But the universe, intelligence, hears, well, she wants to think about her inches. Well, that's who she is. Let's give her some, right? Or maybe you don't have a high IQ. I mean, that used to be the measurement back then. Or maybe you don't have whatever that capacity is to connect with others or feel compassion or sympathy for others, right? They're calling that like some horrible, trait of people. But in totally accepting who you are, you're then totally engaged in expressing who you are. And realizing, yeah, I'm not like you, warning, I'm not like you. And then we can each be spending all our time in giving the best of what we've been given to give. That creates health. Freely, unconditionally accepting what you've got, realizing you are the divine, expressing in a unique way, but you're important and you're necessary and nobody else is like you, and it's up to you to express it. And it doesn't matter what the rest of the planet people are thinking about you. Is their feedback necessary for you to express who you uniquely are? Is it? Is it? What if they don't like it? What if they don't like the way you uniquely are? Then what are you going to do? Try to make yourself into something that the world likes? Well, do that and you will be sick. That's it. It's self-rejection. And we have so many physical symptoms. I brought my Science of Mind, my first copy of the Science of Mind textbook. It's all ripped apart. And the print is teeny weeny. But he's got this great chapter here called Physical Perfection. And, all these different heart ailments back then, all have to do with some sort of unhealth in expressing the divine quality of love. It's blocked either in how you give it or how you receive it, or there's fear or living a life of stress. Stress. Okay, so how many people, live a life of stress? Well, what does that do? It closes up all the veins and the arteries. It squeezes everything, squeezes all different parts of your body so that the pure love and life, not to mention physical body, it makes it so much harder to move around. But see, if you fear and you're all squeezed up because you need to control, right? Because you're scared, whatever. Well, then the law is thinking that you want a squeezed up body, and it'll start squeezing up the parts so you can have that experience of squeezing, right? Have you ever been had a condition your whole life and then had it go away completely? Anybody here had that experience? Okay, yeah, we have some, right? It's like, whoa, what happened to that? You kind of used to a certain way of feeling, and you didn't realize how it was like a part of thinking about who you are, what's occupying your mind. But when it's gone, you're like, okay, well, I need to replace something then. I used to think about that thing, and now I don't have to think about that thing. I could, I'll get it back, but I don't have to. So then what do I think about instead? So fear, right, squeezes us up. Anger stresses the whole system out. He said hardening of the arteries should be treated by thoughts of love. Love. In fact, who's our favorite guy there that we all studied? Jeffrey. He has a whole book describing all the functions of the body as being different out picturings of the circulation of love moving through the whole body. He talks about, he says, kidney troubles, mental agencies which contribute to the production of all kinds of kidney troubles are worry, anxiety, fear, and criticism. He says, thoughts of greed, selfishness, and jealousy cause congestion in various functions of the bodies. And then this one. Sometimes a constant conflict in the emotional nature because of hurt feelings will become such an irritation that it manifests as hemorrhage or stomach ulcer. Also, a deep-seated sense of discouragement and disappointment will objectify in a disturbed condition of the stomach and bowels. Any of these? In my own research for all the various forms of cancer, some false beliefs that have to be present, I think, for that particular form to emerge is some self-rejection and a particular body part that is rejected. That, coupled with a belief, a human race belief, that there is something bad about me, right? And the human race gave us that one. Born into this human race, that fear that we really are deep down inside bad is a great belief to have, to demonstrate as discovering something deep down in you that is bad, that is wrong, that's not working. And so we go to doctors and we have all these tests because there might be something wrong with us physically, right? So that fear coupled with there might be something wrong with me belief, and off we go for a series of tests that are unending, right? Now, the human race believes that, so I'm not saying don't go to any of those tests, because if you believe that, you better get the test done. But what we want to do is, over our time in this earth suit, get over that and realize that what I believe and what I choose to believe and what I'm courting myself to believe is just agreeing with that which created me. The divine has created us in its image and likeness and declared it is good. What more do you need? We got to accept that. It's for a healthy earth suit, you got to have it. You got to have it. And so guess what then? A lifetime of living on this planet is a lifetime of growing self-love and appreciation and valuing and acceptance. Accepting who you really are. And yeah, then use the divine guidance and its creative agencies to allow it to create a path for you with opportunities opening up for you at the perfect time when you're ready, and bringing to you people who are part of a healthy environment for you to be you in. And yeah, they're not going to be every single person on the planet. I mean, if that's your goal, to be worldly popular, well, good luck with that. I mean, as long, and yes, it's possible if you are 100% worldly popular with yourself, that unconditional 100% every part of you, everywhere about you, because it's not just this earthly physical body now I'm talking about, all your stuff, because that's all you too. Your car, your home, your computer, and all your processes, your financial banking transactions. And look what we've got. Look what we are creating, human race, out of fear. Right? These people come along and they can get you, and there's so scam you. How can anyone scam you? It's divinely impossible to tell a lie to God. And the divine cannot lie, because no matter what it says, it creates. So right there, it created what it said. There's no lie. So, but we who have rejected that belief in divine truth being present in us, doubt ourselves, distrust our inner guidance, and fall victim to whatever accommodating voice around us, whatever it might say, right? Okay, so for those of you who are feeling lousy about yourself, remember that's not health. And I told you at the beginning, no matter what I say, no matter what comes up for you, you've got to love yourself. So love yourself and forgive yourself for a lifetime of ignorance, innocence, foolhardiness, and stupidity. Just forgive it. Now it's a new moment. And you're going to love yourself, that you're going to set that as an intention, and then you're going to agree with who you are. And yes, you're going to have many, many, many years to get to know who you are, but because you are infinite, you're never done. You're never done. We want to convince ourselves that we are eternal and that health is natural, and that any unhealthy or uncomfortable experience we are having or manifesting is just a clue that we need to love ourselves more, accept ourselves more, appreciate ourselves more, that we've got some suggestion, probably of the human races, that we need to let go of. That's all. It doesn't mean you're a bad person, because that belief that you're a bad person came from the human race. It didn't come from God. You don't have to worry about that. You're not a bad person. I'm not a bad person. You're you. I'm me. Take it or leave it. Right? So be you. You be you. I'll be me. And that creates health. And that's normal. So next week we're gonna talk more, because just getting to this point where you believe and experience your health as normal is just the beginning of the healthy life that we've been created to have. And how many people even know that there's more? Right? How many of us think, oh, let me just be healthy. Let me just get there and then rest. It's like, retirement or getting to heaven. Let me just get there and then I'll rest. No. When you stop distracting yourself with all of the human race opinions and beliefs and then all the lies, and you're just totally accepting yourself, then this is just the beginning of your life and what you are here for. So we want to get to that in consciousness, to just expect and accept health to be normal, it's natural, and demonstrate it, because we're not fools. Demonstrate it consistently, and then, what shall open up from there? So that will be our last talk on health next week. So having all that out there, Reverend Rich is ready to sing something. Good, because we all need to think about what I said, including me. All right, Reverend Rich, take us away.
You're perfect. You're golden. You're light. your love. You're perfect, you're golden, your light, your love. When I breathe, when I swallow, caress, I feel. When I listen, I hear the most beautiful music out of nowhere. You're perfect, you're golden, your light, your love. You're perfect, you're golden, your light, your love. La-di-da-da-di-da, la-di-da-di-da, la-di-da-di-da. La-di-da-di-da-di-da, la-di-da-di-da, la-di-da-di-da. You're perfect, you're golden, your light, your love. You're perfect, you're golden, your light, your love. Perfect, golden light, love. Perfect, golden light, my love. Perfect, golden light, your love. Baby Lula.
That's a good song. Let's get that as an earworm, right? All right, so here, I'm going to do a spiritual mind treatment. Okay, look. This word is for each one because there is only one, that divine one. Oh my gosh, that divine one. I am that I am. This whole universe is. And each one is a unique idea in this mind of God's I am that I am. And each one is exactly what the divine intended to know about itself in every detail. And everything in the universe is operating in each one's favor. The universe and everything in it is on each one's side, rooting for each one to express that uniqueness that he or she is. This divine I am that I am in a unique way. Every star sparkles, I'm a star, I'm a star. And everyone here is proclaiming, I am, I am. And each one is now in agreement and accepting that which he or she is. And in this complete self-acceptance, each one discovers real happiness, real joy, an experience of love that is total, and a wisdom that is guiding each one in ways and means of how to be one's unique self and expression in harmony with all. Because life, light, love, power, peace, beauty, harmony, joy, omnipresent. And that is the truth of each one. And each one is uniquely expressing these divine qualities in harmony with all. In harmony with all. This is the truth of each one. And each one is now in harmony with that which they are. In thought, in emotion, in word, in deed, in expression, in choices. In harmony with oneself. And thereby in harmony with all. This is the truth. I'm grateful that's the truth. So I release this word to the law. It's already done it. I'm glad it's so, and so it is. That's the way it is. All right, so thank you all for coming. Robert, Craig, we've got Craig from Thailand, Margit, Angel, Raul, oh, good to see you. Michael, Damaris, Debbie, and Angela. All right, you've all checked in. Reverend Rich, take us away.
Perfect, golden light. Love, your perfect golden light. Your love, perfect golden light. Love.
All right, so there we go. All right, we've done it all, so I'll see you next week. Everlasting life. Let's see what that is. Okay. Bye-bye.